And we're back here at the Southeast Polk Gym. Yes, they've turned the lights off, Jimmy Cataldo. They're doing their introductions, a la the Michael Jordan stuff that many schools use with the strobe light or spotlight. And here, Coach Burkert said they use smoke. See, that's what his name is. I didn't know yet.
I don't see any smoke. They must have ran out of that.
Well, they didn't use any smoke. They just called it smoke. It's part of the so
that's that new lingo or that.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't.
Yeah, your daughters haven't brought that home to you yet from college,
right.
Huh? Okay. Well, let's take a look at starting lineups for Dowling. The Maroons will go with their usual lineup that they've been using at point guard. Will be Noah Martins, a 5'11 junior, averaging 12 points, one of the leading scorers in the team. Noah, 5'11 junior, and wearing number 11. The other guard is Nathan Jenkins, a 6'1 junior, averaging 9 points, so we're number 2. Third guard is Maddox Capola, 6'1 junior, averaging 5.5 points, so we're number 13. At one forward, Lucas Paoli, a 6'2 senior, averaging 8 points, wearing number 3. In the center is Charlie Crane, 6'9 junior, averaging 12.5 points, 7 rebounds, and leads the state with 35 block shots. Maroons come in averaging 59 points on offense, give up 52 on defense. Their record is 6-2. For the Rams of Southeast Polk, the head coach, Alan Jenkins, in his 7th year, as the tip is up and controlled by the Maroons. Rams going with Emmanuel TT at one guard, Grady Bronzeway Norris, the second guard, and the third guard, Luke Bartlett. Rex Smith at center, at 6'4 senior, and Henry Gaffney, a 6'4 junior, one of the forwards, at number 4. And now Dowling on the first possession of the contest. Rams open up man-to-man. And here is Jenkins with it for the Maroons. Dribble handoff to Capola, and now a long 3 by Capola is no good as a shot clock. And Dowling tries to run it down, and Jenkins fell short, so it'll be first shot of the game by Dowling. And the Rams played pretty good defense for 35 seconds.
Well, guys, we have to look out for with the Southeast Polk is Luke Bartlett, who is averaging 6 3-point shots per game, and he's making 36% of them. So he's a 3-point shooter you got to look for, as well as you look at Rex Smith. Rex Smith leads Southeast Polk in scoring and rebounding and in blocks. So Rex Smith, 6'4 senior, are two individuals I think the Maroons really have to identify on their defensive sets.
All right, first free throw of the contest as it results in the first foul of the contest. Grady Bronzeway Norris at the free throw line misses the first free throw. Foul is on Lucas Paoli, and Norris attacked the glass from the left side, and Paoli fouled him in the left block. Second free throw good. So the Rams with a 1-0 lead here in the boys contest. Who joined us late. Dowling Girls a winner 69-28 in game 1. Dowling Girls improve their record to 8-2. Southeast Polk falls to 4-6. And now the Dowling boys with the ball left to right in front of us, going towards the north basket here at Southeast Polk High School in Pleasant Hill. And now the ball stolen away from Capola by Bronzeway Norris. And the Rams in the front court. Here's TT with it. Emmanuel jump stops on the right block, kicks it out, and they'll reverse the ball. Here's Rex Smith with it in the lane. It's shot blocked by Charlie Crane. Dowling the other way. Crane with it. Now the ball is kicked out of bounds. They say it went off of Crane. So one dribble too much for Charlie, and he didn't find a guard.
Well, I think Charlie's a big presence in the middle with his first block of the night, leading the state in blocks. Once you get that block in the transition, find it to the quicker guard, guys who can handle it, and then he has to work the ball, work himself down the middle of the lane as a trailer, as they can find him trailing to the basket, bringing the defense out, and that just didn't happen.
All right, here's Emmanuel TT, the 5'11 junior. Reverse the ball to the left side. Luke Bartlett, 6'3 senior. They work it inside, and a nice pass underneath to Henry Gaffney, and he shoots and scores right around Crane. Gaffney with his first 2.
We're struggling a little bit finding their switch defense, and happens early in the game with a lot of energy on both teams. Maroons here got to just trust their offense, keep moving around, make Southeast Polk work on defense.
Now corner 3, it's up and no good by Dowling. Offensive rebound, Maroons. Paoli missed it, and Capola gets the rebound. Now Paoli with it. Skip pass over to in the corner to Jenkins. Nathan's three-pointer from the right corner this time is no good. Rebound comes out to Southeast Polk, so the lid's still in the basket for the Maroons. 3-0 Southeast Polk here in this boys contest underway here in the first quarter. from the Southeast Polk gym. Glad you could join us. Monday night CIML basketball. Now, Coach Alan Jenkins, I mentioned his 7th year here at Southeast Polk. Came over from Atlantic, where he was there 5 years, 12 years overall. And he's had quite a roster change. We'll talk about that when we get time here during the contest. And now here's Bronzeway North. Fadeaway 3 in the baseline as the shot clock ran out. It's no good with the shot. Rebound Dowling and Capola. Here's Jenkins in the front court. Backcourt pass underneath to Paoli. Layup good. Dowling's first field goal comes on a nice assist from Jenkins to Lucas Paoli.
Lucas cutting back door. We saw Maroons running those set plays often where you find the defense is over pursuing themselves on your man. You cut hard to the back door, and the Maroons found him.
And Rams with the pass on the baseline to Rex Smith. And Maroons try to save it out of bounds, and Jenkins hits the deck. And now Maroons with their first substitution, and we are going to see Gio Keelis. And we'll see how this develops, who's guarding him. Right now, Gio is on TT. And now a long three as the Rams inbound the ball. It's no good by Henry Gaffney, and a rebound out to Dowling. There's Martin's dribble drive in the lane, and he loses it. One extra dribble, and he coughs it up. Steal by Southeast Polk. Rex Smith comes away with it. Now stolen back. Here's Martins with the steal. Down court, layup good. As he beat his defender, Emmanuel Titi, and Martins with his first 2 of the night.
Good steal, good transition by Martins, taking it all the way, keeping the ball away from his defender, trying to draw that foul, but puts it in strong.
Dowling with his first lead of the night. 4-3 Maroons here in the boys' contest. A nice reverse layup on the baseline. Grady Bronzeway Norris with a reverse layup that's good. He's got 3 points tonight, and it's 5-4 Southeast Polk as we trade leads. 3:45 to go first quarter. Maroons with the basketball. Paoli with it. Out to Martins. Backdoor cut, and they find Jenkins. His layup is good. Nice pass that time by the Maroons. They're finding the open man.
Great dribble drive by Martins. And again, Maroons are doing a great job cutting off this aggressive Southeast Polk defense and finding open spots, attacking the basket.
6-5 Dowling with the lead as Maroons now with Maddox Capola on the bench as Jenkins comes back in, also in there for the Maroons. Noah Martins, Charlie Crane. And now on the baseline, shot off the glass too strong by Luke Bartlett, and a rebound out to Dowling. There's Jenkins with it all the way down. His layup is no good. Shot might have been partially blocked by Rex Smith. Anyway, rebound Southeast Polk. They're in transition. Here's Gaffney for 3. It's no good. And a rebound Dowling and Martins, or rather Jenkins. Maroons will run their half-court offense. Under 3 minutes to play. 6-5 Dowling here in the boys' contest. Maroons trying for the doubleheader sweep here on the road in CIML Conference basketball. Crane has Rex Smith guarding him, and now a long 3 is good. Right wing, Noah Martins with his first 3 of the night. He's got 5 points, and Dowling's lead is 4, 9-5.
About 5 feet past the 3-point arc was Noah Martins from the wing. Good strong shot. He's knocking down 14 on the season.
A long 3, no good by Rex Smith. Rebound Crane and Dowling. Now Crane gets rid of it, gets to Keelis. Back to Martins. Noah with it, dribbles in the lane. Now finds Crane underneath, layup good. Nice pass by Martins. Stop and go.
It's the backdoor cut, and I think that's what Southeast Polk is going to have a discussion about is don't overplay your offensive player and giving up the back door, because once you take your eyes off your man is when the Maroons are cutting.
Dowling and head coach Justin Einertson with a timeout called by Southeast Polk. The Maroons with Coach Einertson along with John Nagel, Jimmy Nahas, Zach Nicholson, and Kevin O'Hare and the coaching staff for Southeast Polk. Alan Jenkins, the head coach, Brandon Krause, Curtis Bell, Sam Edwards, and Ryan Henderson. And
I think one thing to note, and you mentioned it during the girls' game, is this is an officiating crew, which is a very good officiating crew. It's the same crew that the Maroons had against Johnston. But if there's one thing the Maroons should understand from that is they allowed them to play a lot. The Maroons got bodied often, and as well as against Johnston. But the officials were very consistent, both sides. So the Maroons have to understand that they can play a little bit more aggressive tonight, and knowing that these officials will let a lot of this stuff play on.
Well, Crane's going to sit down with no fouls, Jimmy, for the first time, I think, since the season started. Charlie's on the bench as we see in there Quincy Moore for the Maroons making his first appearance. All right, Rams with it. Minute 50 to go here in the first quarter. Now a steal by Martins all the way down with the right-hand layup. Good. How about that? Noah Martins having a quarter. He's got 7 first quarter points, 13-5. Dowling's lead is now 8.
And a lot of that's on transition. Noah Martins, he hits the big three, but then again, it's his ability to cut in the passing lanes and then get out in front in the transition offense, and he's being rewarded from it.
All right, Rams with it. Josh Bargiolo into the lineup, 6-foot junior, wearing number 1, along with Henry Gaffney, who's wearing number 4. Gaffney, a 6'4 junior. Now in the lane, a shot blocked, and they're going to call jump ball. And that was Coppola. Maddox on good help defense forced a jump ball, and possession arrow favors, the Rams? Yeah, it looks like it does.
Great defense by Maddox as his guys trying to take him downhill. And Maddox is a strong individual for a junior, and he plays very hard, very aggressive.
Oh, a steal by Keyless into the hands of Coppola. Maroons steal the inbounds pass. Now Martins pull-up jumper for 3. Good. He is feeling it here in the first quarter. Noah Martins. And he's got 10 points in the first quarter for Dowling. Maroons lead at 16-5 by 11. You're talking about transition, Jimmy. You're exactly right, and that came off a steal.
Well, I think the Maroons have to understand who has the hot hand here, and Noah Martins is playing as good as he is. The other guys are going to start finding him. Sometimes you play in the backyard and you're playing against a team when your teammate has the hot hand. You're finding him any way you can. Set picks for him. Play him until he starts getting cold.
But Coach Cataldo, when I'm in the backyard playing, I play in the cement. I don't fall off into the grass and then start extending my shot. I know where my range is, and that, unlike some Southside organizations. And now here's a block shot by the Maroons after the Rams take it to the hole. Rebound comes out to Dowling. Is that making some sense for you?
Well, we played with no fouls back in those days, and so I don't really relate to a lot of your basketball on cements.
How long did you wear a boot? You wore a boot for quite a while, didn't you?
I paid for it.
Mm-hmm.
For an Achilles.
10 seconds remaining. Here at the end of the first quarter, Dowling 16, Southeast Polk 5. The Maroons find Moore underneath, and his shot is blocked. And now a half-court shot by TT is no good. And we've come to the end of the first quarter here at Southeast Polk High School. It's Dowling 16, Southeast Polk 5. The Rams led by 3 for part of the first quarter. Dowling leading by 11. At the end of the first quarter, we'll take a 1-minute break and come back with the second quarter. Dowling boys leading 16-5 over Southeast Polk on Iowa Catholic Radio.
Faith Check with Greg Ewell on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
On this Faith Check, let's take a look at God's plan for marriage. The Pharisees asked Jesus if he thought it was lawful for a man to divorce his wife, and Jesus responded by pointing them back to God's original plan. From the beginning, God made them male and female, Jesus explained. For this reason, a man shall leave his father and mother, and the two shall become one flesh. So they are no longer two, but one flesh. Therefore, what God has joined together, no one must separate. Jesus said Moses had allowed divorce because the Israelites' hearts had grown hardened. But Jesus came to restore what had been lost in the fall, to make us new creations with new hearts who live by the power of the Holy Spirit. Therefore, Catholic marriages should not look like secular marriages. They are sacramental, which means that our marriages are to be the instruments that God uses to help us grow in holiness. Those who truly put Christ and the sacraments at the center of their marriage will find that in spite of marriage's challenges, their love for one another will grow and help lead them to closer union with God. This is Greg Ewell for Faith Check.
KWKY Des Moines, K233BT Des Moines, KIHS Adel.
And we're back here at Southeast Polk High School. Mark Amadale, Jimmy Cataldo to start the second quarter here in this boys contest. Dowling 16 and Southeast Polk 5. And now Keyless with the shot in the lane. It's no good. Offensive rebound, Quincy Moore for the Maroons, and he draws the foul on the rebound. Fouls on Southeast Polk, non-shooting foul, I believe. And Jimmy, you got to look at some of the first quarter numbers here.
So Maroons 7 of 15 from the field. Found a lot of success on the backdoor cuts, as we mentioned. 8 rebounds and 2 turnovers. Southeast Polk 2 of 9 from the field, 3 rebounds and 3 turnovers.
Turnover there on Dowling as the Maroons inbound the ball and turn it over. And let's see, free throws. 1 for 2 is Southeast Polk at the line at the end of the first quarter. Dowling yet to shoot a free throw. And the Rams with their first possession here in the second quarter, trailing 16-5 to Dowling. Work the ball in the corner. Henry Gaffney, 6'4" junior. Stops in the lane. Now kicks it over to Brunswick Norris. Norris on the right block has his shot blocked out of bounds by Paoli. It'll be Southeast Polk basketball with 8 on the shot clock.
You love to see the Maroons defense, how far they extend their defense outside the lane, just knowing that their quickness can make up for a lot of things as you know, teams or players like to dribble around and go around. The Maroons very athletic to play defense well beyond the basket.
Now down the left side of the lane, Rex Smith with a left-handed shot up and good. Smith, the lefty, with his first 2 points, he is the Rams' leading scorer.
Smith leads Southeast Polk, averaging 13 points a game, and Maroons kept him scoreless in the first quarter, but off to the soft start in the second quarter with his first basket.
Now Paoli has the ball poked away, but he gets it inside to Jenkins, and he has the ball stolen away. Steal that time by Rex Smith. Rams with the ball as Emmanuel TT back in. He replaced Josh Barjolo here in the second quarter. TT down the lane. His shot too strong off the glass. Quincy Moore the rebound for the Maroons. Dowling going with Nathan Jenkins, Lucas Paoli, Maddox Capola, the 3 guards, along with Quincy Moore. And Gio Keelis, the 5 on the floor for Dowling in their road maroon uniforms with white numbers and black trim. Long 3 by Capola is no good, right wing. Fight for the rebound, picked up by Dowling. Paoli with the steal and feeds it inside to Quincy Moore. His layup is good. So Quincy with his first 2 points and Dowling's lead back to 11, 18-7.
Quincy's getting a lot of minutes here in this early game, and I see Charlie Crane's going to be checking in for him at the next break, but Quincy's taking advantage of the minutes he's getting.
Absolutely, and what a comeback as we've got a whistle and a foul on the baseline on Quincy Moore. And what a story from Quincy. Broke his leg in the summer, came back for you and the football staff as a wide receiver, got some limited action middle of the year. And what a big contribution. And talking to Coach Einertson during the football playoffs, he was expecting a lot, and he's backing up Charlie Crane right now and doing a good job.
You know, it just shows the character of Quincy and just how you react to adversity.
Now backdoor cut by the Rams, and the layup is good. That is Brunswick Norris with the basket.
But Quincy comes back from an injury, and you know he was expecting big things his senior year, and he didn't miss a beat. He was there every practice, working on his rehabilitation while everybody else was practicing on the other side. But when he had the opportunity to get back and suit up, he jumped into it and was ready to go.
18-9, Dowling with the lead over Southeast Polk. Approaching the 5-minute mark. Now a three-pointer up and good by Lucas Paoli. For Lucas, his 5th point, 21-9. Dowling by 12. That is their largest lead of the game for the Maroons. Girls game won by Dowling 69-28 over Southeast Polk. Dowling girls now 8-2 on the year. Now the Maroons in transition. Here's Capola with it. Maddox, top of the key, can't take his man in the basket, kicks it out to Paoli. Now to Jenkins, right wing. Now Martins, he'll launch the 3 again. He's feeling it. His shot up and no good. Offensive rebound, Charlie Crane, and he's fouled as the Maroons got good inside leverage there. I'll give the foul on Southeast Polk. That'll be on Henry Gaffney, his first, team foul number 2 here in the second quarter on the Rams, Jimmy.
But, you know, no Martins has a really hot first quarter, and he starts the second quarter. You know, on the bench, he's probably looking and saying, hey, get me while I'm hot. You know, he comes back in after sitting on the bench a couple of minutes, and first shot goes miss, and probably looks down at guys like O'Hara and say, I told you. I just, you can't put me down when I'm hot.
And now a steal by the Rams. Dowling turns the ball over, and they work it inside to Emmanuel TT, and he draws the foul. That'll be on Paoli, and that'll be Lucas's second. First player for Dowling with 2 fouls here in the boys' game. Southeast Polk. There's a couple of players with 1 foul each. 21-9 Dowling, 4:17 to go, second quarter, and TT at the line. 64% free throw shooter on the year. Misses the first free throw. Tonight's game along the Iowa Catholic Radio Network. Brought to you in part by Skevington's Formal Wear. Have you called them yet? What about Bozen? Bozen the florist? No?
I'm working to get a number down, I was told. I say, that we're over on the numbers.
Over? Numbers?
Let's see, you don't know yet.
Second free throw's good, by the way.
These venues only hold so many people.
So you say, yeah.
Right. They don't know that we kind of sneak in the back door and set up tables. Yeah.
They count plates, Jimmy. They count plates. Here's a steal by TT, and now the Rams with the transition. They get the ball out. They work it inside. This is Smith. His shot up and good. Rex Smith, leading scorer, has 4 points for the Rams, and they've cut it to 9, 21-12. Just keep those numbers handy. Your best guess.
Yeah, I'm the type of guy that's probably going to have a plastic silverware in my coat pocket.
You always are taught to round up. So we'll tell Bosens and Skeffingtons to round up. Does that help you?
They do say, you take the number and you say probably 15% just are not able to show. My luck, not only is that 15% going to show, we're going to have an additional 15%.
That will show.
And just blow. That's my luck.
We're talking about the engagement right now of Jimmy's daughter, Mia. And congratulations, by the way. You better practice walking her down the aisle the right way. As a corner three is no good by Brunswick Norris of Southeast Polk. Dowling with the rebound and Keyless with it. He'll launch the three where Martin's miss, and he'll miss two. Rebound out to Southeast Polk, and Bargiolo back in. Bargiolo and TT back in the backcourt. Now a long three up and in and out, no good by Rex Smith, and rebound Dowling. Here's Martins with it. Noah dribbles in, gets it out to Keyless. He'll launch the three. Good.
It was, it's a matter of time. Every shot that these Maroons have missed from the three-point range from our vantage point is just right on. It's either a little bit long or a little bit short, but every one of them has been right on. And Keyless, hits this one, and Martins has been hot. So Maroons are right on with their shot. It's just a matter of how many can they get up.
Dowling by 12. They're matching their largest lead of the night. And now dribble driving inside. A shot up and good by Emmanuel TT. The basket will count, and a foul on Dowling, rather. TT with 3 points. And Coppola picks up the foul. So on Maddox, his first. Team foul number 3 on Dowling here in the second quarter. Rams with 2 fouls and one here for Emmanuel TT. Emmanuel, a 5'11 junior, averaging just over 10 points a contest, and he completes the traditional three-point play. And he has 4 points, 24-15. Dowling's lead 9 with 2:30 to go here in the half. There's Keyless with it, work the right side. Gets it to Martins in the corner. Man-to-man defense by Southeast Polk. Noah in the lane, dribble drives. Now they swing it over in the left wing to Keyless. Gio in the lane, has a shot blocked. Blocked and stolen away by the Rams and Rex Smith.
Turnover number 6 for the Maroons in the second quarter.
Dowling comes in, averaging just under 10 turnovers a game. Southeast Polk 13.5 turnovers a game, and a long three up and good by the Rams from the right wing, and that's Emmanuel TT. First made 3 of the night for the Rams. He has 7 points, 24-18 Dowling. His lead has shrunk to 6 after leading by 12. Here's Martins underneath. Kicks it out to Jenkins for 3, and it's no good. And a rebound Southeast Polk. Dowling going cold from the field. Brunswick Norris with the rebound. Rams in the front court. Here's Bargiolo with it. Josh looking for help. Finally gets it out to Luke Bartlett. And the Rams will run their offense with 1:20 to go in the half. 20 on the shot clock for Southeast Polk. Trailing by 6. Now they work the ball on the right block. They bounce it into Rex Smith. He has a bounce off his leg, picks it back up. Smith in the lane. The left-handed shot no good. Rebound loose on the floor, picked up by Bargiolo. His shot no good. Ball slapped away, and it'll be Dowling basketball as Martins hits the deck. So Rams are just scrambling for the offensive end, and they were a little bit more aggressive than Dowling, and Dowling wants a timeout. We'll take it with them, Jimmy, with 58 seconds to go in the first half. Dowling 24, Southeast Polk 18. We'll take a 1-minute break on Iowa Catholic Radio.
Radio is provided by Skeffington's Formalware, in business since 1951, with locations in Des Moines, West Des Moines, Coralville, and Ankeny. Skeffington's Formalware, fitting you for life celebrations. Online at skeffingtons.com.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Ashworth Vision Clinic. Complete eye exams, contact lenses, glasses, glaucoma testing, and urgent eye issues. 515-440-4610. ashworthvision.com.
Fast Signs is a custom sign and visual solutions company with an extensive selection of digital signage, interior and exterior signs, banners, and vehicle wraps. Learn more at fastsigns.com. Thank you, Fast Signs in Clive, for your support of Iowa Catholic Radio.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Bozen the Florist. Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, weddings, whatever the message, say more with Bozen. Bozen.com. 515-244-ROSE. Bozen makes the moment mean more.
And we're back here at the Southeast Polk Gym. Game 2 of our doubleheader tonight on Iowa Catholic Radio. Central Iowa Metro League basketball, yes, on a Monday night. Dowling leading 24-18 in the boys contest. 55 seconds remain. Dowling girls a winner tonight in Game 1, 69-28 over Southeast Polk. Mark Amadil, Jimmy Cataldo, Brady Grimm, our studio producer. And now Martins tries a lob pass in to Dowling's Charlie Crane, and it goes out of bounds. Charlie hasn't been active tonight. He just has 2 points. That's a testament to Southeast Polk. They're taking somebody away here.
Well,
Jimmy.
yeah, it was a set play coming out of the timeout is to work Charlie Crane at the block, have him post up Rex Smith, and just couldn't get it to him.
And now that time dribble penetration by Martins, and he finds Crane. Layup good. Crane with 4 points tonight, 26-18, Dowling by 8.
Well, it begs the question, how do you not find Charlie Crane around the basket? He's such a high percentage shot around the basket with his length. Just got to find him. He's making a lot of his points around the paint.
Dowling led 16-5 at the end of the first quarter, and now the Rams holding for the final shot apparently. 10 seconds remaining in the half. Rams are running the little dribble weave, and now they have TT with it. Dribbles goes down the lane. His shot up. A double pump, no good. Offensive rebound. Rex Smith, and his shot is blocked at the horn, and we go to halftime with Dowling leading 26-18 over Southeast Polk in a very contested first half. Low-scoring game. Can't wait to see what the numbers are. And alongside Jimmy Cataldo, Mark Amadil. And, Coach, before we go, some of your thoughts on this first half before we go to our halftime break.
Well, the Maroons got off to a little bit of a slow start, and give that to Southeast Polk. I thought they came out in the first quarter, played very aggressive defensively. The Maroons took advantage of some of that aggressiveness with the backdoor cut. But, the Maroons have to continue to attack. I think they've relied on shooting the three-point shot in the first half. They shot 11 three-point shots in the first half compared to 11 two-point shots. So Maroons are selling too much outside, continue to work the ball in because their aggressiveness downhill and their ability to make baskets around the rim has really excelled them to victories over the season. Just continue to do so.
And the Maroons have yet to shoot a free throw tonight. They're 0 for 0 at the free throw line. The Rams are they went there 5 times and are 3 of 5 at the free throw line. We're going to take a break and come back with our halftime guests as we have head coach Kristen Meyer, Dowling girls victorious in game 1, along with Ellie Muller will be our guest. Our halftime score of the boys contest, Dowling 26, Southeast Polk 18. Take a 1-minute break here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
Every person in the world is actually Catholic. I am Father Thomas J. Loya with the Theology of the Body moment for the Tabor Life Institute. Catholic is really about the invisible made visible through the physical. Nowhere is this more true than in our human bodies. Pope John Paul II said that the body and it alone makes visible what is invisible. But so can bread or wine make visible what is invisible. So can water, oil, a candle, an icon, or incense. Furthermore, so does a birthday cake, a flag, or a Christmas tree. Physical things enable us to touch invisible realities. Catholics do not have to convert anyone. All we have to do is remind everyone that they have been Catholic all along, simply by the fact that everyone has a physical body. And the theology of that body makes an invisible God visible. To find out more about the theology of the body, visit taborlife.org. taborlife.org.
All right, we're back here at Southeast Polk High School, halftime of the boys' game. Dowling leading 26-18 over Southeast Polk at halftime. Mark Amadale, Jimmy Cataldo, and Jimmy has found his way to the concession stand, I'm sure, as now we're joined. We have the real guests on. Head coach Kristen Meyer and Ellie Muller joining us following Dowling girls win tonight. Ladies, Happy New Year and welcome.
It's been a while.
Yes,
glad to be here. Glad to play another game.
Good grief. You had, 2.5 weeks off? I mean, what are you doing that time, Coach?
I love it. We get to practice a lot. I don't think the girls loved it as much as I did, but we had some really good practices over break, so it was good for us.
I understand you went to a scrimmage just east of here over in Pella for one Saturday. Is that correct?
A Monday. Last
Monday. It was Monday, okay.
Yeah. It was really good. It's a good competition. Got to, just get up and down a little bit, break up the winter break practices, which was nice.
Oh, yeah. I can imagine. Ellie, welcome. Yeah. I saw your parents before the game. Wished them well in my unusual way. Very supportive. How you doing?
Good.
Good. It's good to see you out there. You guys are up and down.
Yeah.
I was going to say, how much rust are we going to see in this first week after not too much tonight. I'm sure Coach will disagree, but you guys got up and down a lot there, Ellie.
Yeah, we did. There's a lot of transition.
Yeah, transition. Not a whole lot of set offense, transition offense. I get it. Dowling girls a winner tonight, 69-28. Coach, you led 40-14 at halftime, kind of a one-sided game. Chance to get everybody in, but one of the takes was this young lady next to you, Ellie Muller, shot block? What's going on? Does she have a triple-double?
I think so. We got to wait for the official stats, but I think this might be her. She says she hasn't had a triple-double yet. I wasn't sure if she had or not. So this could be her first one, and she also broke the Dowling Catholic girls basketball career blocks record. Which,
you got some eligibility left, right?
Yeah,
just
year
a junior?
and a half, yeah.
Holy mackerel. I'm trying to think.
She's going to set it so out of reach that no one will ever get it.
Who had it? Tara Pearson?
I'd have to look.
Okay.
I'd have to look.
Should have asked. Coach Burkert will know because he probably coached one of them. But that's okay. But hey, tonight you look at the numbers. You held Southeast Polk to 21% shooting. Young lady next to you, Coach Myers, had a lot to do with it. She may not have blocked the shots, but she altered as many as she blocked. Am I correct?
100%. It's so nice for us defensively that anyone gets to the lane, Ellie's there.
Yeah.
Ellie's there. Just looked it up. Lizzie
Stashin.
Yep,
Lizzie Stashin.
Yep.
Well, I remember covering her games. Well, good job. How's it make you feel?
Audrey Faber was number 3, 96. We smoked her.
Yeah.
And then Becca hitting her.
Make sure you show Coach Faber that. And the next offensive set she calls, you'll be at half court until I have the other 4 down there. That's what she'll do to you, I'm sure. But, well, Coach, what'd you like about tonight besides playing again? And it's a Monday night, and I know Southeast Polk had a game Thursday at Wells Fargo Arena. But what's it like coming off a break and being off that long? Now you got to get back into the routine of Tuesday, Friday. Well, for you, it's Monday, Friday, Saturday this week, right?
Yeah, I think we were a little bit limping to get to Christmas break. We had some sickness the first half of the season. So it was nice just to have, I think we had 5 or 6 days off just to rest, get healthy, and come back. And we've really been getting after it at practice. So I think we're in better shape now than we were before break just because we had to take it easy sometimes with some sickness. So I was really pleased with how we played tonight. We looked pretty sharp. I thought defensively we did a really nice job. We got and ran in transition. I don't think we shot many threes. I know we didn't make many, but we pounded it inside. I thought Ellie did a nice job posting up and just found ways to get to the rim. So it was really, really good first game out after break.
Well, you shot 67% as a team.
Okay.
But 3 of 17 from three-point range with Coach Burkert. And what's that all about, Muller? What's Coach alluding to?
I didn't shoot very good.
There was at one point I brought her over during a free throw and made her look at the stat sheet and said, get your rear end down low. Get inside. She'll get there. She's saving those threes for later. That's fine.
Yeah.
What'd you work on during Christmas break, Miss Muller? Besides getting better in the post, you had your way with the Southeast Polk defenders tonight. But what were some of the things you were working on individually during the Christmas break?
Yeah, just shooting, just on the machine, and just with Katie, I guess. But yeah, just shooting.
Hey, your sister had a nice game. We had her unofficially for 10 points. We had you for 21. Of course, I say it's unofficial. That's on my score sheet, which matched the board. That doesn't mean anything. But shooting and conditioning. Coach talked about conditioning. I saw one of Ava's dad, and he says, yeah, getting back into shape. I know Ava was one that had the illness, and she was just fighting through that. But getting into better shape maybe during the break.
Yeah, we did lots of up and down during practices, which was good for us. So.
Okay. Well, Coach, I know this week you got Urbandale conference game Friday.
Yep.
And then Saturday, I got it marked down here, 11:30.
Yep.
Huxley, Iowa, Ballard High School. You take on another number 1 team. You played 4 number 1 teams on my count, and this is the one out of Class 4A, Heelan.
Yeah, our 5th number 1 team that will play.
Oh, 5th now, and now 5, okay.
Because we had 3 from Minnesota, plus
all
Johnston.
3. Okay.
So we'll have Heelan, and then we'll play Johnston again. So we'll have 6
oh, my goodness.
number 1 teams that would play. It's great.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
That's got to be fun. Now,
yeah.
Ellie, you see some of these kids on the other teams, I think probably in AAU or club ball during the summer, right? So you know of them, or they might even some of them be on your team. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's got to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's definitely just fun to see them on the court.
And then to defend them, and they defend you.
Yeah.
That's got to be interesting.
Yeah, there's a little bit talking on the court, but not. It's just, yeah.
We're visiting with Ellie Moeller and head coach Kristen Marr from the Dowling girls basketball team following their win tonight, 69-28 over Southeast Polk. Dowling now 8-2, so you played 10 games. You're going to play 2 more, so you'll be at 12. So on the downside of a 21-game schedule after
we've
this
only had 2 home games so far, so
remind me about it.
We're looking forward to some home games here coming up.
Remind me about it. You're exactly right. Southeast Polk, a team that doesn't have a whole lot of size. Talking with Coach Johnson, he says, I got 16 kids on my roster, and 15 of them are guards. So that's going to happen in high school, I know, and usually happens maybe at the smaller classes, but certainly Southeast Polk. They're going to get some height. They got an 8th grader at 6'2" that'll come in the program next year, he said. But
yeah, and they always play hard. I think, we defended really well, so forced some tough shots, which lowered their shooting percentage, but they're one of those teams that they'll come out, they'll play tough, they'll get some transition buckets, they'll get a couple steals. So we came in knowing that we needed to play well. So I was really proud of our girls for stepping up and, taking it seriously and coming out on both ends of the court, playing really sharp.
Well, you certainly did that. All right, ladies, before we let you go, shout-outs. Ellie?
Oh, gosh, I don't know.
Nobody listening?
No. My parents are in the car. They're
oh, they're listening then.
Oh, well, yeah.
Well, give a shout-out to your dad, Dick, and your mom, Julia. Right? Say hi.
Hi.
All right. If you don't say it, then I'll have to get to Miss Olwine here.
Well, and probably Scott Babinat. He had texted me that he watched the game, so he might be listening out in California.
He didn't have our audio, though, so that's a little bit.
He keeps tabs, though.
Well, ladies, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you Friday night at Dowling in a conference home game, a rare home game.
Yeah, we'll take it. All right, thanks, Mark.
Thank you. Kristen Meyer and Ellie Moeller joined us here on halftime. We're going to go right to the second half, so Brady, we'll keep it here as we're underway here in the second half with Southeast Polk having the basketball. If you find Mr. Cataldo, let him know the second half started. He'll be at the concession stand. Dowling with the ball after a turnover by Southeast Polk, and now a shot up and no good. But Charlie Crane follows through for the Maroons, and he shoots and scores. Crane at halftime for Dowling Catholic had 4 points, and he gets 2 there. It's 28-18, Dowling by 10. As we are underway here in the third quarter, Mark Amadale, Jimmy Cataldo, our thanks to Kristen Meyer and Ellie Moeller. Long 3 up and no good by Maddox Capola, and a rebound out to Southeast Polk. Rams in the front court. They tap you on the shoulder and say, get out of the concession stand, we're back on the air. Is that what happened?
They're all out of pizza. I know you asked.
Yeah, I asked. Yeah, I sure did, sir. All right. Rams with the ball, and they throw it away. This will be an over and back if it's touched.
I don't know why you wouldn't touch it. You let the ball go out of bounds, rolled all the way down all the way to the end court.
Now the Maroons are going to have the ball underneath their own basket. If they would have touched it where he could have got it, they would have had it at the sideline where Will Dotson is standing.
And just more teams have plays for inbounds passes underneath the basket, and that's where the Maroons get it.
Yep, they do. Here's Martin's dribble drive in the lane, scoops and scores. Noah Martins with the basket for the Maroons, and a timeout by Southeast Polk. We'll take a 1-minute break. We got all our stats in, and we'll take a 1-minute break and be back. 30-18, Dowling boys leading Southeast Polk, 6.5 minutes remaining here in the third quarter from Southeast Polk High School on Iowa Catholic Radio.
Health powers life. From the delightfully routine to the truly uncharted, at Mercy One, their caring doctors focus on just that, so you're ready for what life brings next. Find care at mercyone.org/healthpowerslife.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio comes from the Catholic Tuition Organization. Reduce or eliminate your Iowa income tax and instead give to the Catholic Tuition Organization and receive 75% Iowa tax credits. These tax credits are going fast, so reserve yours today and learn more about the Catholic Tuition Organization at ctoiowa.org. ctoiowa.org. The bottom line, it's for the kids and their futures.
Catholic Tuition Organization, a great investment in our kids.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Ashworth Vision Clinic. Complete eye exams, contact lenses, glasses, glaucoma testing, and urgent eye issues. 515-440-4610. AshworthVision.com.
And we're back here at Southeast Polk High School. Third quarter out of the Ram timeout. Dowling 30 and Southeast Polk 18 here in the boys contest. Rams come out with a corner three. It's no good. Tipped by Emmanuel TT is no good. And the putback up and in. Rex Smith, I believe, put it in. And he did. He's got 6 points. And it's 30-20, Dowling by 10. Here's Crane with it in the lane. Goes through traffic and draws the foul. And 2 free throws coming for Crane. And, Jimmy, you got to look at the first half numbers. We'll get to those right now.
First half numbers, Maroons go 11-22 from the field, 50%, 14 rebounds, 8 turnovers. Southeast Polk, they go 7-21 from the field, 33%, 1 of 6 from three-point range, 8 rebounds, and just 3 turnovers.
First free throw no good by Charlie Crane.
First free throws of the night for the Maroons.
Yeah, did not attempt a free throw in the first half. Second free throw no good by Crane. He is a 71% free throw shooter. Rebound, Southeast Polk. Rams in the front court. Dowling leading by 10. Maroons led by 8 at halftime. Dowling staying man-to-man. Luke Bartlett with it as they run their weave. Right side pass goes to Brunswick Norris. Now dribbling baseline is TT on the pass. And he gets caught on the baseline. Now they kick it out. 3 on the shot clock. A long 3 by Bartlett is no good from the top of the key, and the ball goes out of bounds to Dowling. So good defense there.
Yeah, and that's the one thing I think you see from Maddox Capola. TT tries to take Maddox on the dribble drive, and Maddox is just quicker, stronger, and he gets TT caught up on the baseline, and just not going to happen. So as Maddox is going through his shooting woes right now, the one thing that you can count on with Maddox is he is playing great defense, and he's got to rely on that. Some of these shots are going to come for him as the season continues to progress. I know he's working really hard at it.
And the Maroons now get loose inside. The shot up and no good, and rebound Southeast Polk. So Dowling by 10, under 5 minutes to play third quarter. A long 3 by Gaffney is no good, left wing. Rebound Dowling and Paoli. Lucas with it in the front court, leads the Dowling break. Lucas reversed dribble, spins, and he's guilty of the travel as he got the ball out to Crane. Let's take a look at scoring in the first half for Dowling Catholic. The Maroons were led at halftime by Noah Martins with 10 points. He now has 12 with a basket here in the second half. 5 points for Lucas Paoli, 4 points for Charlie Crane, who now has a basket, so 6 now for Crane. And then Quincy Moore with 2 points off the bench, Nathan Jenkins 2 points, and Gio Keelis off the bench with 3. Dowling did not attempt a free throw in the first half, and now in the lane, Bartlett with the basket. That's his first points of the night. Rams were led in scoring by Emmanuel TT with 7 points. Grady Bronzeway Norris with 5 points. Rex Smith with 4 points at halftime and has a basket. Now a leaner in the lane and a shot up and good.
Noah Martins on it. Noah Martins had 10 first quarter points for the Maroons. Didn't score in the second quarter. Comes out and hits 2 baskets here in the third.
Martins with 14 points tonight. 32-22, Dowling by 8. And now the Rams get loose underneath, and TT shoots and scores. TT with his 9th point. As scoring picks up. See, Bartling was held scoreless at halftime for the Rams. We mentioned Rex Smith, who has 6 points now. And now a 3-pointer by the Maroons, up and good.
Noah Martins.
Oh, Martins.
Step back.
He started that in the first half.
And it's his comfort tonight is when he dribble drives his defender, gives him the space, and the hard step back three.
17 points for Martins. Dowling 35, Southeast Polk 24. The Maroons lead is 11. Ball knocked out of bounds. Southeast Polk in transition off the made three by Martins as it poked away. And the Rams will inbound the ball. With 3:15 remaining in the third quarter, here's Bronsway Norris. Kicks it back out to Bargiolo. Bargiolo in the lane. And his pass to Bronsway Norris is knocked out of bounds off of Dowling and Jenkins. Jenkins will check out and Capola back in. So Dowling will go with Paoli, Capola, Keelis, Martins, and Crane, the five on the floor. Now, there's a pass that's knocked out of bounds.
Maroons are getting into those. They've had to knock out at least a dozen or more.
Quite a few.
Of Southeast Polk passes. So they're getting their hands into the passing lanes.
Now they try to bounce pass inside to Smith. The ball loose on the floor, picked up by TT. Fakes the three. 15 on the shot clock as we're under 3 minutes to play here in the third. Dowling by 11. There's Bargiolo. Dribble drives the lane and draws the foul, and the ball rolls off the rim. Would have counted if it went. And he'll get 2 free throws. Foul on Dowling. And that foul will be on Keelis. That'll be Gio's first.
Talked about how these officials, historically have let these teams play, and just the second foul of the second quarter or second half. So Maroons got to keep up with that pace as Southeast Polk. I'm probably telling them continue to play body. Get into those physicalities in the blocks, knowing that these officials are letting some of it go.
Bargiolo's first free throw, good. That's his first point of the night. Second one coming, good. Bargiolo, a 63% free throw shooter, hits them both. 35-26, Dowling's lead is 9. And now Dowling with the ball. Here's Paoli down the lane, layup good. He went through the 2 defenders as Bargiolo came in to help, and Lucas with his 7th point.
It's the power of the dribble. To be able to control the ball, as Paoli and all these Maroons have shown that they can handle the ball very, very well, makes you so dangerous as you take the ball in the basket because you can have so many different moves. Paoli showed what he could do there off his dribble drive.
Now a long three by Rex Smith from the left corner is no good by Southeast Polk. Rebound Dowling, and here's Noah Martins on the dribble. Leaves it for Paoli right side. Kicks it over to Keelis. Keelis now will shoot the three right in front of Coach Einertson. It's no good. And Paoli with the rebound on the offensive end. And now here is Capola, who is fouled right at the free throw line as he tried to attack the basket. Foul will be on Grady. Bronsway Norris, his first. Team foul number 2 on the Rams here in the third quarter, Jimmy.
Maroons digging into their bench a little bit, bringing in Quincy Moore for Charlie Crane and bringing in Jenkins for the hot shooting Noah Martins tonight.
And Noah might need a break. Might be it. They inbound the ball to Moore. Quincy, a 6'5 senior, one of 6 seniors on the Dowling team. And now Paoli in the lane, and his shot up and good. Lucas with a lot of confidence has 9 points. And it's 39-26. Dowling has its largest lead of 13 points here in the second half over Southeast Polk. Rams the other way. Bargiolo down the lane, layup good. Well, they let him go, and he's got a quick move.
Nobody stepped in front of that and give help defense and allowed Bargiolo to go hard to the right side of the rim and take it for an easy layup.
Minute 20 to play, third quarter. Dowling 39, Southeast Polk 28. Maroons on offense. Here's Keelis for 3 again right in front of Coach Einertson, and this time it goes through.
Good dribble weave as the Maroons offense really freed up Keelis, and that time drained it.
And Rams come down court. Bargiolo dribble penetration, shot no good, but the follow-up is up and good by Rex Smith. He has 8 points, does Rex. And it's 42-30, Dowling by 12. Final minute of the third quarter. Keelis, pull-up jumper in the baseline, or in the lane, it's no good. Rebound taken away from Quincy Moore into the hands of Southeast Polk. Here's TT with it. He's down the lane. Pull-up jumper, no good. Offensive rebound, put back up and good by Henry Gaffney.
Runs are getting caught, taking too much of the defense pushed out to the three-point shooter, and not jumping into the dribble drive to stop that dribble downhill and leaving the other Maroons out to dry a little bit.
Shot clock turned off. Moore nearly had the ball stolen away. 10 seconds remaining in the quarter. Dowling 42, Southeast Polk 32. Maroons hold for the last shot they can. Paoli with it in the corner to Keelis for three. Up, good! Gio Keelis, corner three from the right wing. And Dowling goes into the fourth quarter with a 13-point lead as Dowling 45, Southeast Polk 32 here in the boys contest. Fourth quarter coming up alongside Jimmy Cataldo, Mark Amadeo, back in 1 minute on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
Welcome to Faith Check. Many people ask why the church is against birth control if it allows natural family planning to avoid pregnancy. The Catholic teaching that it is a sin to use contraception is nothing new, but the perennial teaching of Judeo-Christian morality. Only in the 1930s did any Christians begin teaching that contraception could be morally acceptable. The sexual union between a husband and wife is a renewal of the wedding vows, which say that I love you freely, totally, faithfully, and fruitfully. To come together in intimacy while deliberately sterilizing the act goes against the intrinsic meaning of intercourse. It says, I love you, but not your fertility. When a couple has discerned that there are serious reasons to avoid a pregnancy, there's nothing sinful about periodic abstinence during the fertile times of the month. Intercourse still remains a renewal of the wedding vows, a total gift of self that is open to the authentic life-giving meaning of sex. Divorce rates among couples using natural family planning are almost non-existent because couples grow in self-control and respect for one another's bodies, which leads to healthier relationships and even more passionate intimacy. This is Greg Ewell for Faith Check.
KWKY Des Moines, K233BT Des Moines, KIHS Adel.
And we're back here at the Southeast Polk High School gym in Pleasant Hill. Eastern side of Polk County as we're underway here in the fourth quarter. Dowling with the first possession. A layup up and good by Noah Martins from the left wing. Martins with 19 points to lead all scorers tonight, 47-32, Dowling by 15. And that is the Maroons' largest lead. Mark Amadale, Jimmy Cataldo here in the fourth quarter. Rams with the basketball. Working on the perimeter, and now they work it inside to Gaffney, and he draws the foul before the shot. It'll be out of bounds to the Rams. Jim, you got to look at some numbers.
So through three quarters, Maroons are shooting 54%, one of their better shooting nights, 7 of 16 from threes on the night, 19 rebounds and 9 turnovers.
And now for the Rams, they run an out-of-bounds play, and a layup by Grady Bronsway Norris is good. He's got 7 points and a nice out-of-bounds play called by Coach Jenkins. Now Martins with it in the front court for the Maroons. 47-34 Dowling. Martins over to Jenkins. His layup is good. Little give and go there in the paint.
Martins is just gaining so much attention by the Southeast Polk defense. 3 guys collapsed on him, but you know his basketball IQ goes right to Jenkins cutting back door.
And now a steal by Martins as he took it away from Bargiolo. Dowling in the front court leading by 15. Now Coach Einertson tells Martins, I think they're going to run a set play here, which don't see too much out of Dowling. Martins with it between the circles. He's guarded by Luke Bartlett. Now Martins, he'll launch the three. It's off the side of the rim, no good. Rebound Southeast Polk and Henry Gaffney. Outlet pass goes to Bargiolo. Attacks the lane, now is cut off by Keelis, and now they work it inside. A layup is up and good by Bronsway Norris.
Good set play by Southeast Polk. Bronsway Norris coming off the pick in the lane, curling around and getting a right-hand layup pretty easy.
Maroons are 0 for 2 at the free throw line tonight. Southeast Polk 5 of 7. Here's Martins with it, dribble drives, goes in the lane, through 2 defenders, shot no good, gets the rebound. Kicks it out to Coppola. Skip pass over to Keelis. Gio with it down the right baseline. His shot up and good. Well, they found the open man, and that was Keelis, and he had to do a little dribble drive there.
Such a tough angle for Keelis. Just in a position where he couldn't use the backboard, but a 3-foot shot where he just has to lay it over the rim. Really tough shot, but he converts.
11 points for Keelis off the bench for the Maroons. Averaging just over 9, and he's got that. Next in that matchup, and now traveling called as Bronsway Norris posts up on the right block and travels with the basketball. Returning to the lineup is Emmanuel Titi for Southeast Polk. And sitting down will be Bronsway Norris. Dowling with the ball. Full court pressure by the Rams. Rams dribble across. Here's Martins with it. And Dowling will run their offense. 51-36 Dowling with 5:15 to go. And now here is Paoli underneath. Might have been too far underneath. He shoots and scores right over Bargiolo.
Great look by Noah Martins, and no look behind the back pass. Finds Paoli, but Paoli using his strength.
11 points for Paoli. And now the Rams come back, and that is Rex Smith with his 10th point of the night. It's 53-38 Dowling, 4:50 remaining. Now reverse layup, good. Both teams trading baskets here, Jimmy, and that's Martins with the reverse layup.
I believe this is a season high
21 points, yeah.
For Martins, and he's feeling it, but you're getting great production from Paoli tonight as well.
Now, shot in the lane, no good by Southeast Polk. Shot might have been altered by Charlie Crane. Rebound Dowling. Now here's Capola in the front court. Maddox with it, waits for his teammates. Capola, Keelis, Jenkins, and Paoli, the 4 guards, along with Charlie Crane, the 6'9" center, or 9+. I think he's gaining height every day. 55-38 Maroons. 10 on the shot clock. Martins has the ball stripped away, and it went off of him out of bounds as he was converged on by Jolo and Titi over there and lost it.
I'm not sure if it's set plays or if it's just Noah feeling it tonight. It's just getting a little bit one-on-one-ish, and it's finding he's getting more defenders coming at him. He's not finding the open man when he's brought off past the top of the key, and he's just got to work the ball around, let the game come to him a little bit, and find his shots because he's hitting them.
Tonight's game on Iowa Catholic Radio brought to you in part by Ashworth Vision Clinic, Blessman International, Bozen the Florist, and Construction Professionals. Mark Amadale alongside Jimmy Cataldo here in Game 2. Mike Burker helping me out in Game 1. Dowling Girls a winner in Game 1 tonight, 69-28. To improve their record to 8-2. The Rams of Southeast Polk fall to 4-6. And our next broadcast will be Friday night. Dowling at home, rare home game, as the Maroons will be hosting Urbandale at the Dowling Gym.
You can tell it's a Monday night game here at Southeast Polk. Student section is pretty light.
Pretty light.
It's just an atypical evening.
It's usually full down there. And this game was moved from Friday to Monday due to the Catholic Classic. They had to find a spot, both Dowling and Southeast Polk, on their schedule. And the Maroons and Rams agreed to play it on Monday night, and it's here at Southeast Polk. A nice move that time. Bargiolo gets loose one-on-one in the right block, and he shoots and scores, and he has 6 points off the bench for Southeast Polk. 55-40, Dowling by 15. Rams stay man-to-man. Dowling in the front court. Here's Capola with it, dribbling between the circles. Dribble handoff goes to Jenkins, and a whistle and a foul on the Rams. And they're going to get Gaffney for his second foul. It'll be the first team foul of Southeast Polk here in the fourth quarter.
I think you think Southeast Polk maybe using up some of their fouls, getting the Maroons closer and closer to that double bonus to work themselves at least back into this game, being down 15 with almost 3 minutes to go.
They almost have to foul on every possession. Here's Martins with it. To Capola. Dowling going right to left towards the north basket here at Southeast Polk High School. There's Paoli. He's going 4 out, 1 in, with Crane being the lone center in the 4-guard offense. Now Crane spots up for 3, right wing. It's no good. Offensive rebound, Capola, and he's fouled. And, well, I'm not going to call a jump ball. Capola hit the ground, and it'll be a jump ball, and it'll be Southeast Polk possession.
Great weak side rebound by Capola. It shows really his athleticism. He got up extremely high for that, and defenders collapse on him, and they forced a jump ball in possession to Southeast Polk.
All right, Gaffney with it. Top of the key it goes to Bronzeway Norris. Get it over in the corner. Bronzeway Norris has it stolen away by Dowling and Paoli, and now a backcourt foul on the Rams. And Grady Bronzeway Norris picks up his second foul. With 2.5 minutes remaining, Dowling 55, Southeast Polk 40. Here's Martins in the front court. Dowling point guard dribbles across the timeline to Paoli, who's guarded by TT. Paoli has the ball poked away from him from behind by TT, and a whistle and a foul on the Rams. They're either going to get TT or Rex Smith. They're going to get TT for the foul. That'll be his first.
Nobody's in any big foul trouble. The officials have kept the game pretty quiet, but
Paoli has 2 fouls for Dowling, and Brunsway Norris and Gaffney and Rex Smith, 2 fouls each for Southeast Polk. The shot up, no good. Offensive rebound, Dowling, and Charlie Crane puts it through. Crane with a quiet 8 points.
8, most of them has come from offensive rebounds.
Putbacks. Now in the lane, a shot no good. Rebound, Dowling and Coppola. As Rex Smith couldn't get it to fall. Pressure in the backcourt by Dowling, or by Southeast Polk. Leo Pagano in there, number 22 for the Maroons. 6-foot junior. Now whistling a foul on Henry Gaffney, his 3rd. Team foul number 4 on Southeast Polk. So the Maroons will be shooting free throws in the double bonus. The final minute 53 here in the 4th quarter. 57-40 Dowling over the Rams. Dowling inbounds the ball. These 2 teams will meet first week of February, the rematch at the Dowling Gym. If you're not caught in a snowbank somewhere between South Dakota and...
How about that weather they had down in the Kansas City area? Holy smokes.
We just missed it. You go south of Osceola, and it was really bad, I guess. So, and that includes the ice. Here's Paoli, 10 on the shot clock. Lucas in the lane, shot up and good. Nice move by Lucas Paoli, as he's got 15 points for the Maroons. 59-40, Dowling with its largest lead of 19. Short-lived as Rex Smith shoots and scores his 12th point, and a timeout on the floor called by Southeast Polk. And this is just a substitution change with the final minute 10 of the 4th quarter here, Jimmy.
So I'll get the Maroons coming into the game. Tommy Hurley, number 1. Let's see here. Christian Basili is in. I saw Jimmy Baumhover, Leo Pagano, and Jacob Peterson are in for the Maroons.
All right, there's the 5 on the floor for Dowling. Maroons have the basketball. This is Basili with it in the lane. Pull-up jumper off the back iron. It falls through. Gets that Jimmy Cataldo roll. My goodness.
They all go in when they start bouncing around the rim for me. But
Basili with his first basket. Christian, a 6-foot senior, one of 6 seniors on the Dowling team. The other way we go, Southeast Polk with the shot. It's no good by Jordan Perry, who's in there right now for the Rams. Rebound out to Dowling. Also in there, Ethan Bolio, number 33. Now a long 3, up and good.
Middle linebacker.
Pagano. You won't put him on offense.
Great shot by Lee.
That's his first made basket of the season, and it's a 3-pointer. 64-42, Dowling by 21. Rams with a shot up and good.
33, Ethan Bolio
with the basket, and that'll do it. 64-44. Dowling comes away with a doubleheader sweep here at Southeast Polk High School. Dowling boys improve their record to 7-2 on the year with the win. Southeast Polk falls to 3-6. Up next for the Maroons, they'll host Urbandale in a girl-boy doubleheader this Friday night. For Southeast Polk, they're on the road tomorrow at Valley in a girl-boy doubleheader at the Valley Fieldhouse alongside Jimmy Cataldo, Mark Amadale. Quick comments before we start totaling this stuff up. The Maroons led by 8 at halftime, 26-18. Dowling outscoring the Rams 19-14 in the 4th quarter to lead it, or in the 3rd quarter to lead 45-32. So the Maroons with a 13-point lead going into the 4th quarter, Jimmy, and win it by 20.
Just hot shooting night. We talked about Noah Martin's having a lights-out night tonight. Great contributions from Lucas Paoli, but 3 games in 4 days. After this, the Maroons can take let out a little bit of some oxygen and just know that they can rest a little bit. They'll have an extra day rest this week, which well-deserved, to kind of get back into the swing and get ready for a big run here in January.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of games coming up, including, I think, a Saturday game they've added to their schedule. So, again, the final in the boys' game. It is Dowling 64 and Southeast Polk 44. Girls' game won by Dowling 69-28. So the Maroons come away with a victory, a doubleheader win on the road here at Southeast Polk High School in Pleasant Hill. We'll take a break, come back with our post-game show. Our studio producer tonight, and we appreciate Brady Grimm sitting beside all the spinning the dials, so to speak, and spinning the nice records. That's some nice bumper music, so appreciate Brady sitting in on this Monday night. And we'll return after this 2-minute break, Brady, 2 minutes, and we'll be back with our post-game show, including interviews with head coach Justin Einerson of Dowling Catholic and maybe a player or two. We'll see here on Iowa Catholic Radio.
How shall I tell this great mystery? I am Father Thomas J. Loya with a Theology of the Body moment for the Tabor Life Institute. He who is without flesh becomes incarnate. The Word puts on a body. The invisible is seen. He whom no hand can touch is carried, and he who knows no beginning now begins to be. The Son of God becomes the Son of Man. These words were taken from the Christmas prayers of the Byzantine Catholic Church. Turn our thoughts to the great mystery. God has condescended, bent the heavens, made a gift of himself, and entered into a spousal relationship with his own creation. The entire order of creation, most especially our human bodies, speak the language of this mystery. We are created male and female precisely so that we too could make a gift of ourselves. We too could love as God loves. Christ is born, glorify him. To find out more about the theology of the body, visit taborlife.org. taborlife.org.
Building a relationship with a primary care doctor is one of the easiest ways to stay healthy. Schedule your annual checkup with a Mercy One doctor so you're ready for what life brings next. Find care at mercyone.org/healthpowerslife.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Ashworth Vision Clinic. Complete eye exams, contact lenses, glasses, glaucoma testing, and urgent eye issues. 515-440-4610. ashworthvision.com.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio comes from the Catholic Tuition Organization. Reduce or eliminate your Iowa income tax and instead give to the Catholic Tuition Organization and receive 75% Iowa tax credits. These tax credits are going fast, so reserve yours today and learn more about the Catholic Tuition Organization at ctoiowa.org. ctoiowa.org. The bottom line, it's for the kids and their futures.
Catholic Tuition Organization, a great investment in our kids.
And welcome back to the Southeast Polk High School gym here in eastern Polk County in the suburb of Pleasant Hill. It used to be Runnels, but now it's Pleasant Hill. I know you don't follow all that because you're on some other you're on another board or something.
The boundary is better than anybody around here. You probably have 3 or 4 voting precincts around here, and
several.
Know exactly where the plug-ins go. And
yeah, so
how many years have you been with Polk County now?
21.
Boy, those Ipers are just.
Are they?
I imagine.
Are they?
You're getting pretty close.
You know, I'm like you.
To that,
I got a
great
daughter,
R word.
Daughter in high school at Dowling and going to college.
And then what a great Christmas gift you gave Mary and your daughter Grace, taking them to Disney World. That was incredible.
You know, Mr. Cataldo, I know you got a wedding on the horizon. I'd keep adding up your bill. You know, I told you, vendors tend to round up. And your food bill might be, and your beverage bill might be a little higher than what you suspect.
I'm going to hand out plastic forks going around to people.
Plastic forks, yeah. I could just see that. Mark Amadale, Jimmy Cataldo will put the sideshow on hold for now. Dowling with the win in the boys contest, 64-44. In the girls game, Dowling winning 69-28. Coach Anderson will join us. Let's go through the scoring here real quick because we're going to have to make our getaway stage left because I think they have school tomorrow and they probably want us out of this gym.
Yep.
Maroons were led by Noah Martins unofficially with 21 points. He was followed by Lucas Paoli with 15. Gio Keelis off the bench with 11 points. 8 points for Charlie Crane. And it was a quiet 8 points as we discussed here earlier. 4 points for Nathan Jenkins. 3 points for Leo Pagano. 2 points for Christian Basili, and let's see, 2 points for Quincy Moore. And let's see, Maddox Capola did not score tonight. Had a tremendous floor game, but did not score. For Southeast Polk, in the Maroons, 0 for 2 at the free throw line. I guess I can turn Coach's mic up in case he wants to. Oh, you have that. Yeah, there you go. Maroons 0 for 2 at the free throw line. For Southeast Polk, they had one player in double figures led by Rex Smith with 12 points. 9 points for Grady Bronzeway Norris. 9 points for Emmanuel Titi. Off the bench, 6 points for Josh Bargiolo, all in the second half. And then 4 points for Henry Gaffney. Luke Bartlett with 2 points and Ethan Bolo with 2 points. The Rams 5 of 7 unofficially at the free throw line. I say that unofficially because Coach Einerson has the official scorebook. So was I close?
Yes, sir.
Good.
I don't see any mistakes other than me forgetting to come up here during halftime.
Not a problem.
I do have a lot of good excuses, but I won't waste your time.
No, you're good because if you get caught in a conversation, I'm sure it was for the best.
We got locked outside of the freshman locker room. We get in there, draw our stuff on the board. I come out, it's halftime, and then I got stopped outside. So, yeah, just a comedy of errors by me all on the same night.
All good. Jim, you got to look at some of the numbers.
I thought the Maroons shot very, very well tonight. 28 of 49 from the field. Got you 8 of 19 from threes. Let's hear 25 rebounds and 12 turnovers. Southeast Polk 18 of 44 for the field. You held them from 1 of 10 from three-point range. 18 rebounds and 7 turnovers. So we talked about it, and you guys let me in on some of the information you guys have on your statistics. And I think your defense around the three-point arc has been really, really well done this year, and keeping teams at bay and not allowing teams to fight back into these games. And 1 out of 10 from three-point range, Southeast Polk, and a lot of that is attributed to the defense that you guys are deploying.
Yeah, I mean, Coach Nicholson's done such a great job, but really it goes all the way back to spring when we talked about the strength and agility program we need to implement, because you have to guard the three-point line. Obviously, you watch how the game's changing at every level, and people are winning games based on the three-point discrepancies. So it's been awesome from my seat because Nicholson's been doing all the elbow work and Coach Young was scouting, but our guys really put the work in to guard that three-point line. They take it very seriously.
Well, they certainly do, and it showed tonight. And the thing I was miffed at, and I told Jimmy this earlier, you didn't attempt a free throw or in the first half, and you go 0 for 2 in the second half. It's like
impressive.
That could be a problem later because you want to get to the line, especially the way this game is played.
I don't know if you noticed it. We had a lot of frustrated faces down there, which doesn't give me the warm fuzzies walking out of here, but at least they hold themselves to a high standard offensively. The turnovers were way too high. We did not attack the way we needed to, I thought, at times, and our guys missed a lot of makeable shots and just kind of felt out of sorts. So
just from this vantage point, Noah Martins was red hot tonight.
Carried us.
And I think it attributed the guys are looking for him, and then when you look for a guy who's shooting well, you tend to get out of what you do well.
Exactly.
And you see guys looking around and trying to get Noah the ball when, in fact, your strength is playing through your offense and getting Noah those shots. And so
great point.
I think that was a little bit of the frustration you saw from up here. But give it to Noah. I think he tried to take the game over at times. And Lucas Paoli, he comes up with 15 points tonight, and you get great shooting out of Gio Keelis, and a night when you don't need as much out of Charlie Crane,
right?
Sitting at 8.
Yeah, I mean, Noah, I think that was his best performance. I think that was better than the Roosevelt game even. I'm not sure what his assist numbers are, but offensively he was incredible and carved up the defense. I thought defensively, I don't know how many tips we got from Lucas and him and Maddox. And Maddox probably had the best 0-point performance that I've seen in my time coaching here at Dowling. So, I think Maddox's offense is going to come. He's obviously struggling a little bit right now from the field, but gosh, he's given us so much else. So these are winning plays that he makes on both ends.
His athleticism
and physicality.
Well, he had 9 assists in the last game. He had 9 assists and no turnovers and 4 points. I mean, that's Draymond Green type stuff.
And the thing that you can't measure is his basketball IQ.
Very
a lot
high.
of his rebounds are coming from the weak side rebounds. Yep. And so he is doing those little things that you don't see in the stat book. But I agree. If there's somebody that works on their game as much as he does, Maddox is somebody who's going to continue to grind and find where he's going to be his strength in the offensive side.
There's going to be games in his career where he's the guy that carries us. I think what we're seeing, this year with his numbers is not typical. But, I made the comment about Gio being our hardest worker, and the fun part is I walk out of here thinking, you know what, there's probably 6 guys I could say that about, and he's definitely one of them. So, it's exciting to think about what we can have when he starts scoring too.
You're listening to the postgame show here on Iowa Catholic Radio following Dowling's girls and boys basketball victories on the road here at Southeast Polk in the girls contest. Dowling girls a winner over Southeast Polk 69-28, and the boys contest, Maroons winning 64-44. Visiting with head coach Justin Einertson alongside Jimmy Cataldo and Mark Amadale. And Coach, you got some time off now. You're going to have.
It's been a while.
You're going to go out and scout tomorrow because there's plenty of games to look at.
Yeah, we're going to watch a lot of them online. We talked about that. We've been through the the gauntlet here this weekend. I think Xavier, the first half was tough. Our performance was incredible in the second. Kemper was a grind defensively for us, and it's just mentally really hard to come in here and do this. So we actually have a mental strength training day with Coach V tomorrow after, and giving him off. We're going to watch some games online. It should be a great night.
I think I'm going to look at some of the games in the CIML tomorrow night.
Waukee Johnston.
Waukee at Johnston.
Round 2.
Yeah, Urbandale at Northwest. That'll be a good one up in Waukee. Ankeny, the Battle of Ankeny. That's a rematch. Ankeny at Ankeny Centennial. And Southeast Polk on the road at Valley, with Dowling having the bye tomorrow night. Where's your former team? Rails are at home against Hoover in the old CIML Metro.
They had North tonight. I'd be curious to see where that finished. That 2 tough teams in the Metro.
Yeah, that would be interesting. We're going to send Cataldo tomorrow. We want any scouting report. Maybe send him to,
I think we're going to be watching Urbandale, I'm going to be honest. But that Waukee Johnston game, Cataldo, could you go check that out for us?
We've got nothing going on.
We used to go to these games and exchange VHS tapes. And
I was watching O'Hare, who's got like 400 wins as a freshman coach.
Of course
he's running the flex, and I'm like, man, that must be nice, when you can just run stuff and it's unscouted and you're getting layups.
That's my favorite.
It still works, but it does not when it's scouted. So
I think Valley runs it once in a while, and out-of-bounds play BJ does, and Centennial and Fontana and I milked that when we were at Carlisle. We ran that.
We keep trying to put it in, but our guys won't screen. It's the craziest thing.
Yep.
Yeah. It's
then you got to figure out the downside guy to screen the wing, and you've got now you've got what you're running a little bit.
All this stuff's going to come back. The 3-point revolution is going to turn into 6'10" kids running the flex on the elbows again.
I hope you're right. He doesn't know what we're talking about.
I know exactly. I'm a big
football. He's backyard basketball, football guy. That's all he is. All right. Jim, you got a question for Coach Heiners before we catch our bus?
One of the things I think you look at is kind of what is going on out there in the CIML. A big game against Cedar Falls and Valley over the weekend.
Yeah, interesting.
And game was tight until the fourth quarter, and then Cedar Falls blows the doors open. But you look at teams you have coming up in Urbandale. What are some things that you're trying to instill as you go one day at a time, one game at a time? What are some things that are some of the teams in the CIML have caught your eyes?
Well, I think Ankeny's explosion lately has been interesting because everyone kind of assumed that they wouldn't be in that top 4, and now you're starting to see, wow, they could play with these guys. So that's an interesting one. I mean, Waukee, because they have the most dominant post player outside of Northwest. Right. Well, I mean, Valley too, I guess. Yep. But they have a guy that can go and get 30. Everyone's got something. I mean, Urbandale will give me sleepless nights because of how hard they played the first time and the junk defenses they threw us and how long it took for us to adjust. So, I always focus on us. I think that's the only way to go. We have so many things to learn that, sometimes we don't learn it until we get out here in a game. We can rep it in practice, but it's not going to give us the memories that the mistakes in a game will give us. So try to sharpen up as much as we can and be as good as we can be when we take on these teams. I mean, we are what we are. We can get better at throwing the ball in the post. We can get better at shooting the 3. We can get better at getting to the free throw line. But a lot of it's just repetition and, sharpening yourself.
One guy that I think you're relying on more, and he's getting more minutes as the season progresses, is Quincy Moore.
Yeah, well, perimeter defense is really good. Really, really good. And he's frustrating. Like, he throws in a little side swipe to your face as he swipes at the ball. I mean, he's just so physical. And, Charlie's becoming a perimeter defender. I wouldn't say he's there yet. Quincy's there. Like, he can guard a guard. So when teams go 5 out, great guy to have on the floor.
Was this the first substitution tonight for Charlie Crane that he sat down in the first quarter with no fouls?
I think it was. Yeah, but part of it is nobody ever posted up on him. So
that's true. Yeah, and they don't have a true post.
Yeah, and a lot of them are rebound fouls, which is unfortunate because I feel like his long limbs, get him in trouble sometimes. Sure. But yeah, he came to the bench really upset. I'm like, what are you so upset about? He's like, well, 4 turnovers. Oh, that's great. That's great. Yasinich is running by, and he goes, that's a good Catholic boy. I'm like, well, you would know.
Yeah, and of course, Coach Cataldo up here, talking about the referees. I have to umpire his softball games at Grandview, so thanks.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, I do. Do a lot of it. Well, you ought to know that.
I don't think I knew
your
that.
wife signs my checks once in a while.
That's
when I'm
too
there.
Bad.
That's I'm going to
get in trouble.
He's been complaining about the 2 games he hasn't gotten his pay yet.
What
So I keep bringing this up.
She's got people. I think she probably hands that off to people.
I think she does, and they do a great job with it. But yeah, Lou's one of the guys. He's on the other end.
Great man. Love seeing him out here.
Yeah, we do, and that should be in place. So, have you made your appointment yet with Bosens and with the Skeffingtons. His daughter's getting married in August, and he has not made any. I think he's rounding up.
He's
the
turning
vendors
me
are
on
running.
all the sponsors, but yet I don't get the company discount. I don't get the 10%.
We haven't asked.
And
I don't know how to help you there. That scares the living.
Yeah.
Reese is 6.
That was a long time ago for the.
I remember when my kids were 6, and the Blake, so get ready.
I'm going to enjoy it.
I remember when Britt was single back in the day of Grandview, and so does he.
And he do.
And he was. Justin was doing color for me, and he was dating Britt, and then he leaves for Wisconsin, and then he comes back. I wonder why he came back.
Better half.
That's right.
It all worked out.
It all worked. It's all good. And two beautiful kids later, here we are. And,
yes, sir.
All right. Well, any final thoughts, Coach, before we talk to you Friday? Enjoy. I was going to say, can you book Cataldo for a mental health day with you guys?
I think you guys should come, honestly. The more I'm up here, the more I think mental strength would be a very good thing for all of us.
But Coach V does really well with the mental health. I've been through some of those sessions in the football, and it's amazing what you do with a lot of these athletes to make them think on a larger scale.
Yeah.
And it evolves around, what do you want to become as a team, and how do you approach frustration, and how you approach success and body language and things like that. And there's something to say about the mental health of these athletes now, because they're being pulled in so many different directions.
Yep.
And I just think Dowling does a tremendous job.
I keep saying it's something that makes this place special. I mean, why do we win? I mean, it's not necessarily the talent walking through the doors. It's what happens in those buildings, and this is one of those things that's really special. So shout out to Coach Wilson for hiring the people he does. It's just an awesome group from top to bottom.
I'll echo that. I hate saying it with
Even
one
you.
of the football coaches here, but tremendous group of coaches.
Incredible.
And I mean that sincerely. And Jimmy knows this. I won't admit it too much on the air, but great staff. Football, you go all the way to every sport. Basketball, soccer, you name it.
Yeah,
cross country, got to throw out this cross country for my daughter. So
don't forget speed and agility, 5:45 in the morning.
Tomorrow is it day 1?
It's day 1.
Yes, sir. We join that as soon as we're out. So.
Oh, you do?
Yep. Hopefully it'll be mid-March, mid to late March.
Yes.
So he's got he's usually got the bleacher or whatever.
Yep. I love watching that
drill.
stuff.
So
I won't be there though.
Wow. That's early. Let me know how it goes, Jimmy. I'll talk to you Friday about that.
All right, I got to get on the bus or they're going to yell at me.
That's right. Coach Anderson, thanks. Best of luck. Congratulations. All right, Justin Anderson joining me on the postgame show. Jimmy, that'll wrap things up. Any final comments before we let Coach go? He's got all his paperwork, right? Okay, good deal.
No, I think he said it best. It's a good opportunity to take a little bit of a break after a grind coming out of Christmas break.
Oh, yeah.
And for everybody. And so I think the Maroons have an opportunity here in the next few games if they can continue to play their game and control the tempo of things, and you're just going to see, a lot of these kids come out of their shells, and you're seeing great, point, output by many of these guys, and they're playing so hard. So it's going to be great to see these guys put through a grind in January.
All right. Well, Jimmy, thank you for coming out here to the eastern side of Polk County after touching 2 other states and central Iowa again as your journey began early this morning. Glad you made it safe, and we'll do it all again on Friday. Enjoy the rest of the week off. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. You got to like that.
Go Irish. Thursday
night, Notre Dame in the college football playoffs. 6 o'clock, I think, it's kickoff. 6:30, something like that. And
6:30.
Be a great matchup.
Yeah.
And
this is what
this is what it's all about. This is what
fun
they
things
said.
going on in sports right now.
Notre Dame and Penn State. And the other side's not too bad either.
Nope.
With Ohio State and Texas, look out.
Yeah, it's fun. I think they did it really well, and seeing these games played in their home venues in the first round was awesome to see.
Absolutely.
And I think they learned a little bit of that, and you could probably maybe see 2 rounds of home games, but fun to watch college football continue to extend in January, and high school basketball as we do. There's so many great athletes here in central Iowa, and we're seeing it 9 and 9 out. And how many points did Ava Zedeker end with tonight? I mean, she
26.
That's incredible.
26 points, with the Dowling girls a winner tonight. But, look forward to that. And safe travels. We'll see you Friday at the Dowling Gym. Rare home game. All right, Jimmy Cataldo, my broadcast partner, one of 2 tonight. He and Mike Burkert, we appreciate all they do here on Iowa Catholic Radio. Okay, that'll wrap up our broadcast here from Southeast Polk High School. Our thanks to their administration, including Athletic Director Jason Campbell, Darren Carpenter, Patrick Canby, all the folks behind the scenes, and their coaches, head coach Brad Johnson and Alan Jenkins, the girls and boys basketball coaches here at Southeast Polk. So thanks to Kristen Meyer and Justin Einertson, the Dowling coaches, along with the athletic department, Tom Wilson, Colleen Webb, and Jaron Herrig. Appreciate all their help in presenting and preparing our contests each and every Tuesday or Friday night, including a Monday night, a rare Monday night game. Our next broadcast here on Iowa Catholic Radio will be this Friday night, January 10th, Urbandale at Dowling. Pregame at 6 o'clock, tip-off 6:15 for the girls, 7:45 for the boys. Our thanks to our business underwriters and supporters of Iowa Catholic Radio. We appreciate all they do. For my broadcast partners, Mike Burkert and Jimmy Cataldo, this is Mark Amadale saying goodnight and so long from the Southeast Polk Gymnasium. Our studio producer tonight has been Brady Grimm, and the final scores for one final time in the girls contest: Dowling 69, Southeast Polk 28, and the boys contest: Dowling 64, Southeast Polk 44. For everybody involved with tonight's broadcast, and from all of us with the Iowa Catholic Radio Network, this is Mark Amadale wishing you a safe and blessed, faith-filled evening.
Coverage of Dowling Catholic sports is underwritten by Ashworth Vision Clinic, Construction Professionals, Mercy One, Blessman International, the Catholic Tuition Organization, Fast Signs in Clive, Skeffington's Formal Wear, and Bozen the Florist. Please support the businesses that underwrite Iowa Catholic Radio. The preceding has been a Dowling Catholic Sports presentation on Iowa Catholic Radio.